I just got a job that I've been praying to God for, but it came with one condition. I'm not allowed to talk about God. And that made me pause for a second and ask myself, how do I still represent God if I'm not allowed to talk about Him? Hi there, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to Vydale Lighthouse. This is a safe space where we get to talk about faith, self development, and finding your way when life feels uncertain. Okay, so let's get into it. So, for the past, I think, 2 months, I've been praying to God for a job, for Him to provide. Like, there's a lot that was going on, right? And I finally received the email of, can we get on the call with you? And I knew that, okay, definitely, after so many rejection emails, honestly, it was draining. It was draining. But I finally received that one email that I was waiting for, and I got so excited and I prayed to God about it. It was just like, thank you. And the lady called me and was like, hey, we thank you for coming to the interview. We really loved your calm nature and we feel like you would be like a good blend. Right. So I was like, you know what? Yes, I know, thank you. And then she said something that made me sit and be like, wait, what? She said, okay, we would like you to start, but there's one thing. You got the job under one condition. I said, okay. And she said, you're not allowed to talk about God. And honestly, whatever she said afterwards, I didn't hear. I can't tell you what she said after those words because my mind went blank. Like, excuse me? What you mean? I've never ever heard of such conditions, right? But later on, she said that no, the workplace, like people like they restrain people from talking about religion. It's a very sensitive topic. So I was like, oh, okay, okay, okay. And honestly, like despite all that, I had that sense of peace, right? And something came into my mind. I was like, people shouldn't know that I'm a Christian because I talk about God, but they should know through my character. And that's where being Christ-like comes in, because being Christ-like is not just about like you talking about God and saying, "Oh, I'm a Christian, I go to church," right? It's actually about your character. It's how you treat people when no one is watching, how you respond when you're being disrespected, how you handle stress, pressure, and disappointment, and how you stay kind when things are not easy at all. Because the truth is, you can talk about God the whole day, but if your character does not reflect Him, people won't see God through you. And that's where the fruits of the spirits come in, which are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self control. These are not just nice words, these are words people should experience through you, in the way you act, in the way you carry yourself, and in the way you speak. And I realize it doesn't just apply in the workplace. It applies at home, in relationships with your friends, with your family. Being Christ-like is not something that you switch on and off. It's actually a lifestyle. Hi there. Sorry for interrupting your video. I know that you are enjoying the topic, but I just want to ask you a question. Have you heard of a journal called I'm Worthy of My Dreams by Vydale? So this journal is not an ordinary journal. It is actually a 6-month structured journal for teens and above, basically helping them with their mental well-being, for those that are struggling with negative mindset, low self-esteem, struggling to keep track of their goals, people that have a lot going on in their minds and they just want a place in which they can write it down or jot it down, right? Or people that are just on a journey of self-development. This journal basically reminds you to be grateful, reminds you to affirm yourself every day, and just keep track of your goals. And if you are looking for a short, inspiring children's storybook that introduces them to affirmations and teaches them about their worth, basically kids from 6 to 12, this is definitely a great book. Martha's Little Secret. Please don't mind the rainbow on top. It does not represent the LGBTQ team. Yes, I hope I said that right. Thank you for allowing me to interrupt your video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Let's continue watching the video.
So the real question is, if you had to not speak about God for a whole week or a whole day, would people still see God in you? Because at the end of the day, your life is a message. People shouldn't just know about God because you speak about Him, but they should know about God because of your character, the way you react, the way you carry yourself. They should know that there's definitely a God out there, and it's through His strength that you are overcoming all these challenges. So let's be honest, can people actually see God in your character? Please comment down below. I represent if you choose to live it and not just say it. And if you would like to grow in faith, discipline, and purpose, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.